kitchen. Visitors kindly keep to common areas. Food will be served at meal times. Belfry. Bell ringers only past this point. Infirmary. Justice endures, even in suffering.
What ails you? Marsh fever? Feather lung? Be quick, I've not got all day. You'd interrupt me for something like that? Just rub a bit of aloe on. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a dead high priest to see to. Slowly. Lorgan was a good man, if naive. He deserved better. One of the refugees killed him. Cruelly, too. They cut off his hand, sawed right through the bone. I found a paralytic poison on one of his wounds. Lorgan was alive while they took the hand. He just couldn't scream. It's sick. We give them everything, and all we get is nothing but a good man to bury.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Tunnels from the cellar. Refuge. Dwarf, dressed in red.
The corpse remains silent. It does not know.
Hiding Brilgor from fists. Took him to the tunnel with the rest. Oh, fool.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Here we be. Take me to my cherished Shira, and thy reward shall be plenty.
Look, investigator. Brilgor might have been a criminal, but he was no murderer. You're missing something. You have to be.
Enough, Yanis. Listen to yourself. You are defending a man who ritually slaughtered your high priest. The evidence speaks for itself. Brilgor killed Father Lorgan, then, be it out of shame or profane duty, offed himself with the same blade. Case closed, Sister Yanis.
Shitey little elephant. Oh, I apologize, stranger. Language like that hardly befits a rector of Ilmater. Brilgor was a refugee. No one sticks up for them at the best of times, and with Gortash in power...
They make a fine target for the real culprit, too. Unlikely to be missed, where they weren't wanted to begin with.
Well, I expect the Flaming Fists will ban refugee aid now one of them's blamed for murder. Feel free to look around the temple. But fair warning, the investigator won't change her mind without significant new evidence. I can tell you where to find her, but she won't be very chatty, I'm afraid. Shira passed away last year. Peacefully, mind. We buried her in the crypt under the temple, if you wish to visit. Sharetta's caress would be my best bet. That's her usual haunt after closing a case. Valeria never found the murder weapon, so that could be a start. Anything disproving the refugee murder-suicide angle, really. I really hope you find something. For all our sakes.
Be brief. We let more outsiders in, and more Baldurians die. Duke Stelmane, Father Lorcan, it's no coincidence.
We have faith here, Bill. Faith in people, no matter where they're from.
Who had more faith than Father Lorcan? How did that work out? Exactly. Lorcan let a killer into our temple due to his misguided compassion. His faith got him murdered.
Bill, I beg you, be quiet. Even sinners receive Ilmater's grace, and Father Lorcan knew that. We don't pick and choose who we aid. Thank you, stranger. I take some solace knowing that he died in Ilmater's service.
Does Ilmater's service involve protecting heretic absolutists? Or perhaps I missed that sermon.
Enough, Bill. You seem a kind soul. Our temple is open to you. Walk well.
The Crying One weeps today. Our Father Lorcan is dead. Murdered. I don't want to talk. My heart is in mourning.
Swear it. The priests will open the temple up again. You will see. They're good people. Holy people. Please.
If you're looking for Ilmater's charity, you're out of luck. They've turned their backs on us, like everyone else.
Can I please have some food? Oh, sorry. I thought you were a priest.
Bet you won't get kicked out of the temple. They blame us for everything.
With Stelmane murdered, the council has an open seat. How timely.
Bet you want to know all about Stelmane's murder? Hottest topic in Rivington. Apart from the March of the Absolute's army, I suppose. Got today's edition of the Baldur's Mouth Gazette right here. You want one? Excellent. You enjoy that one, all right? It's really gory.
I heard the stories. Heartless bastards. If they'd just listen.
Great headline.
Take it somewhere else. My hands are full.
They won't let us in. And they asked we were nice too.
I'm not going anywhere. Not till they let us through.
Front-page material.
Paul said the Flaming Fist would be nice, but they don't seem nice.
That'll make a great
Let us
headline.
talk to him.
We can't get in. I have family here. They said we'd be welcome.
That Duke. Ravengard. He'll let us in. He has to.
Outraged.
Halt! By orders of Lord Gortash, refugees are no longer allowed in the city. Turn around. Well, do you have the means to support yourself? Right. Article 30.1.5 of the Council's Decree on Extraordinary Wartime Measures. I am confiscating that. The city thanks you for your contribution. Your name?
Well met, citizen.
Your parasite stirs. From the construct, you feel connection, resonance.
I am a Steel Watcher, citizen. Here to serve the people of Baldur's Gate in the name of Lord Enver Gortash.
State your business.
I'm a herbalist by trade, Sir Fist. My assistants and I were out collecting blooms for that rub rot going around. Oof, nasty business. Contagious.
Uh-huh. Eyes open, body still.
Behind the Watcher's gaze, a presence awakens. You are seen. You are known.
Whoa. My engine, it's almost... I don't know... buzzing. Like it's paying attention.
Your party's prior transgressions are reflected in its stare, as witnessed by the cult's ever-alert, scrying eyes. It has heard the howls of slaughtered goblins. It has seen the deep shadows of Grimforge, and the stone floors left bloodied. It knows the cold walls of Moonrise Towers, and the cultists who fell there. The Watcher speaks directly into your mind with a voice like poisoned honey.
You are marked for special treatment. Not simply an enemy of the people, but an enemy of the Absolute. Come quietly, or die. Please comply now, citizen. I will interpret any further hesitation as resistance.
Eat this, you pile of junk!
Villains, take heed.
God damn it all!
Recovery is imminent.
Bastards, or I'll have your heads!
Worm's Crossing. This place has been a haven, and Harpers were less than welcome in the city proper.
None of them has
The work in shadow.
Looking for lodgings? Don't bother. All the decent places are gone. Damned coronation.
The missus and I have been dreaming about the city. No more sleeping rough. Didn't expect to find it locked down tighter than a Watcher's fist. Hear me out. Jerez's caress.
I found so many victims for Cazador here.
Staying.
They're the kind of people no one would...
Come to Baldur's Gate, he said. Adventurers get welcomed as heroes, he said. Poxy Drim and his bleeding notions.
After all this time. Sir, good, sir. Give me 3 days and... Oh, apologies. Thought you were someone else. Greetings, so forth, so on. The landlord, Sir Frago Antuna. A most generous soul, I assure you. How dare you? Accusing an upstanding citizen like me of being a dwarf? I'm a halfling, you oaf!
Candlekeep. Word to the wise. Give that ill-mate to Temple a wide berth. Rude buggers. Certainly not bringing my trade there again. Let me show you.
Bloomin' hell, you look famished. I've got some victuals that'll warm you right up. Have a skeg at these. That should do you.
They can turn into mist now. I'm not the only one with new tricks.
What do you reckon, lad? You trust these steel watcher thingamajigs? Aye, I'll second that. It's alright where we can get work repairing them, but what happens when they build something else to do that? It's no good, I tell you.
Teresa's caress. Finest fish caught this morning. What'll it be? Come back soon. Fresh catch every day, guaranteed.
Bloody gnomes. We need to find where they burrowed themselves up. You an adventurer? Looking to pad your purse? Find their foxhole. Bring me their chief's head. The fist will reward you well. Good. Sniff 'em out. Gut 'em clean. Keep Baldur's Gate safe. Bring the head back here when it's done. I'll be around.
Don't linger.
Dancing,
Exactly. Pleasure isn't
If you have gold, we have every... An elf. Such temptation. I loved many in my day, but never one so fair. Grace. Elegance just waiting to be shattered. Oh yes, I know your bliss. A sturdy dwarf, a leather whip, she gives, you receive. Or have I misjudged you? Am I? Your eyes tell a story, sweeting. You crave more than pleasure, you crave penance. It's Fionn you seek, our stern librarian. She isn't here today, alas. Your penance must wait. Well, we've other ways to fill your void. A drink for one, a pair of drow for another. Choose your sin. Twins, yes. Hands of such skill they could turn stone to silk. Your body could suffer no knot they can't untangle. They're through the curtain to the right. You'll need coin and stamina in abundance to enjoy their services, but the gold will be as well spent as you are. Sweeting, I'm no fortune teller. If I had a crystal ball, I promise I'd already have consulted it. Truth is, Fionn's gone well missing. And my hands may be skillful, but they were not made to turn every last stone she might be hiding behind. To service is my calling, not to be served. But I'd be a fool to say no. The girl kept my coffers near overflowing. 2 flights up, then turn right, and right again. That's Fionn's pleasure room, Elminster's library. Here, take the key. I'm listening. Nisha, our lovely nymph. But she's engaged in the nymph's grotto on the top floor, sweeting. The client's a favorite of hers, too. I doubt you'll be able to tear her away. But we are blessed to have a devil in residence at the moment. A temporary guest. But he asked that I send any potential clients his way. Everyone who's paid a visit looks quite changed by the experience. Indeed he did. Raphael. Exceedingly handsome, and with a voice that could make the foulest blasphemy seem the sweetest hymn.
You're looking parched, sweetheart. Another tankard?
Hell's darling. Another sip and I'm like to spill over. but other hankering for spicier flavors. How about you give me a taste? What'd you say, doll? Have a sit on my lap. Let's see what pops up.
Darling, how you set me a quiver. You are a beast among men. No, a dragon, setting my phoenix nest aflame. I shall slake your thirst, dragon. You will part your lips and drink of my essence.
I will drink your essence.
Hoots, order up! Another tankard for the fist.
Damn, Hoots! That new batch burns stronger than a pit fiend's fist.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Take it however you want. But I'll be having my usual from now on.
Something's off about this one. On your guard.
Oh. It's Raphael's favorite misadventurer. You've put me out of pocket, you know. Raphael bet me 5 soul coins you'd reach the city in one piece. He rented a room upstairs in the hope that you'd drop by. Yes, you do. And what better place to do business than in the home of the oldest trade? Take your time. Have a drink. Sample the goods. Go see him when you're feeling refreshed.
What's the story?
Don't take it off later. I want to give it a good rumple.
Come to pay your respects to the real lady of the house, I see. What a clever creature you are. It's your lucky day. I am receiving compliments at this time, and you are most welcome to make an offering. Oh, you flatterer. But you are, of course, correct. My tale is quite the marvel. The unwashed rabble who frequent this establishment have much to learn from your deference, and I must suffer their foibles alone. But they do say a burden shared is a burden halved. The Drow, 2 of our most popular courtesans. A night with them seems to be rather life-changing, if you can afford it. Of course, they are siblings, but judging from the throngs of clients they draw, most of the city is as disgusting as they are. Can't you hear from here? They're talking about the new top cat in the criminal underbelly. Go and listen for yourself. As for them personally, one never washes and instead douses himself with rose oil, while the other can't hold his drink. That's rather a broad topic. We get all sorts here. But there is one frequent visitor whose very presence offends me. He dresses fabulously, but stinks of the hells. Something infernal, to be sure. Abhorrent.
Such a type for so many. two men bark softly to each other. A single name reaches your ears. Nine Fingers. Fingers.
You rats with the guild now. Heard Nine Fingers met a match.
The new kingpin? All meat and muscle, that one. And wild as a werebear. If he's looking to oust Nine Fingers, my blade's got his back.
Sounds messy as the ninth hell. Must be why she called us to help.
Is that right? The way I heard it, you Zent cut a deal with the new... Hold on. You there! Getting up in our affairs? Look, this subject's not safe. You selling your services, beat feet to the Guildhall. Lower City, Basilisk Gate, Guildhall. And that's all you're getting from me. Now scram! The chat's officially closed.
All right.
Another case closed, another bottle open. Huzzah to Valeria! Hang on a tick. I recognize that face. You were talking to Yanis after I left the temple. I'll bet she's put you up to something. Why must you busybodies insist on interrupting a perfectly good night? I know that look. You remind me of Devella. Fine! If you doubt my conclusions, out with it. What have you found? My assistant. She's posted in the lower city investigating Duke Stelmane's murder. Now, back to it. What have you found? That doesn't make sense. Why would this dwarf kill Father Lorgan? I need something more than vague allegations. Look, I appreciate the amateur investigator act. It's oddly flattering, with emphasis on the odd. But without hard evidence and an alternate motive, I consider this case closed.
You can stare as much as you like.
That blacksmith was paying me.
Enjoy the fiddling. Throw a few coins our way and let us play on into the night.
A new face? Looking for another chapter of dirty lore for your biography?
You have but to ask, and we can grant you a moment of pleasure. Don't be shy.
I used to work as a courtesan back home, and my sister as an artisanal masseuse. But men are treated like dogs by the Underdark's matriarchs, so we fled.
We found surfaces crave the body of a drow like a drug. Life is easy in our line of work.
What was it like? I'm very sorry to hear that. There are many courtesans who end up in the business out of unfortunate necessity. We, however, could easily take up other work, if we wished.
After years working here, though, Mamselle is like family and makes sure our clients treat us with as much respect as we want to be treated with.
Pleasure is what I know, and what I do best. Here, I work to create it anew for myself, each eve. Trust me, You don't want to miss my signature Mesobaranzan love trick.
And is that your partner with you? What a gorgeous couple. Perhaps we could come to an agreement.
We are twins. We can make up a little show of kissing each other, but when we are hired at the same time, there are often many other clients in the room to attend to.
We want both of you, silly, at the same time.
Well, it's a fascinating prospect. I'd like you all to myself. At least the first time. I'm glad. Provided we survive, there's plenty of nights yet to come.
I'm glad you came. Not to my door, not yet, but to the final reckoning. One more thing before we begin, though.
For the first time since the Nautiloid, your mind is clear. It's unsettling.
Wouldn't that be exquisite? But no. I'm afraid the tadpole is still there. But I did shut out your other visitor for a while, so we can enjoy some privacy. The Illithid can't hear us.
Huh. What's the catch?
I'd ask you to be patient, but you've been patient enough. Now is the time to speak plain. I'll admit, you've impressed me. I wasn't sure you'd make it this far, but no matter how far you come, you're still on the road to ruin. A road that leads directly to a confrontation with the Elder Brain. At best, it will kill you, and everyone else in this city. At worst, it will assimilate you, and you won't have enough free will left to even wish you were dead. You have the key to destroying it in the palm of your hand, though. Very perceptive. Yes. I can give you the means to break him free. The Orphic Hammer. An artifact capable of shattering the chains that hold Prince Orpheus is held securely in my House of Hope, even now. Isn't it just? And it's even more convenient that you can give me exactly what I want in return.
There it is. Of course.
I want the crown that dominates the Elder Brain. Power. Ancient and full of wonder. I have craved it ever since the arch-wizard Karsus created it, long centuries ago, and brought doom to the Empire of Netheril. That was the great age of humanity, and Netheril's flying sky cities were the apex of civilization. I was there the day it all fell apart. Entire cities plummeted from the sky like angels with broken wings. The screams, oh, the screams. Hundreds of thousands of people watching in horror as the ground came up to meet them. It was not a happy meeting, and Karsus was responsible. Not driven by malice, but by ambition. He forged a crown imbued with all the powers of magic. A crown that would make any who wore it a god. Men cannot contain so much power. The crown destroyed its creator, and his empire fell with him. Karsus's folly, the bards and scholars call it. I call it hope. The hope of creating a better world, and the perils of unchecked hubris. I knew then that the folly of mortals could be the triumph of devils, and that I could use that crown to unite the Nine under one Archdevil Supreme. Me.
Zariel wouldn't like that much. But even I'm not so desperate to spite her I'd put the hells in this bastard's hands.
The archdevil Mephistopheles snatched up the crown and squirreled it away in one of his vaults. He is not more than a frigid archivist. So much power and potential kept inert. He made a miracle into a museum piece. I raged. But only for a decade or so. Then I waited, ever watching for more than 1,000 years, for a mistake, a mishap, a misadventure. And these chosen, who have caused you so much trouble accidentally, did me a favor. They brought the crown back into play. Through the aid of a diabolist, somebody capable of opening a portal to the hells, deep in the hells. They must have raided Mephistopheles' vault. Impressive, I must admit. But they'll be dead soon. If you don't kill them, the Elder Brain will. It doesn't have feelings in the way you'd understand them. But it seems rather angry. It is inevitable. When you destroy the brain, and you will because you must, the crown will be yours for the taking. And when that moment comes, you give the crown to me. In exchange, I give you the hammer now.
A simple transaction, it seems, but it's more than that. He's offering you an alternative to the mind flayer in your head. Take Raphael's steel and you could free Orpheus. With Orpheus free, you would have no need to rely on the Emperor. But there's no guarantee that Orpheus would be on your side. And if you take the deal, you'll have to fulfill it. You'll have to deliver the crown of Karsus to the devil himself. He claims his ambition is to unite the Hells, but can he be trusted to stop there? Do you trust him more than you trust the Emperor?
I won't stop you. But time is running out. So, don't stay away for long. If you see reason, I'll be here, waiting. Right up to the moment the world ends.
There you are. I thought I'd lost you. Something was blocking me from hearing your thoughts. I can understand that. There's reprieve in solitude. But it's concerning that something could intervene like that, especially when we are so close to the Elder Brain. Do you have any idea what it was? Raphael. Well, thank you for your honesty. Of course, I should have known the devil would come sniffing. The stench of impending chaos is irresistible to them. And what did he want with you? Giving a devil what he wants sounds like a brilliant idea. And what did he offer you in return for bringing it to him? Tell me, you turned him down. Good. I am glad. But be careful. The devil is like a cockroach. No matter what you do to it, it will always come back. I doubt this will be the last time you are approached. I trust that you will continue to remember who is really on your side. Without my protection, you cannot defeat the Elder Brain. You cannot even get close to it, no matter what the devil whispers in your ear.
So, no deal with Raphael. I wouldn't want to give him the satisfaction anyway.
Raphael must be raging we didn't take his deal. Luckily, his desperation made him careless. Did you hear what he said? The hammer's in his House of Hope. If we wanted, we could steal it right out from under his nose. Granted, it wouldn't be easy. Devils guard their treasure by especially lethal means. We would need to find a Diabolist. One worth their salt should be able to get us into that devil's lair. One last trip to Avernus. At least it'd be for a good reason, right?
This adventurer lark is rubbish. Should have listened to me, Da. Become a tanner. Bet they're gasping for tanners in Baldur's Gate.
Bloody ages we spent hiking from Murren. And they won't let us in the city proper. Bollocks. We're adventurous, damn it.
The bridge god chatted some shite about a coronation. Couldn't really make head nor tail of it.
It is you. Most definitely not anyone else. The salutations and hello and whatnot. Fionn, one of Mamselle's girls, who laughs like a star's twinkle. Not seen her for a 10-day. 10 days and 4 bells to be precise. Not that I'm counting. Missing? I hadn't thought her missing, just not here. Or elsewhere. Oh. I suppose that's like missing, but with extra words. You don't suppose the murderer who's on the loose got hold of her? Oh, goodness, no. It's too horrible to imagine.
There's that sweet mug. Fionn. Poor lass. Works her arse off for the mumselle, but don't get much in return. Not seen her mug for a carp's age. I figured she'd gone up the road while the going was good. Killer on the loose, cult army marching wee way. Been thinking I might scarp her too.
Why is everyone acting so normal? The Absolute armies are coming. We need to stock up.
If you're here to shop, just buy what's needed, all right? Some people are panic buying. Let's not add to the problem.
Fruit? Vegetables? What can I do you for? If you're hungry, you know where to find me.
Hear me out. Jerez's caress also has roots.
A map of the tunnels Father Lorgan used, with his name scrawled on top. Someone was watching him. There, by the bed. Someone spilled some.
You notice some blood has pooled on the wooden floor. You notice the blood's source. A body hidden under the bed. The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Murdered by my son.
Charming. She mustn't have nursed him enough as a child. Or too much.
Dwarf, like me, dresses in red. Dolor.
The corpse remains silent. It does not know.
Found his secret. My sweet boy. Why?
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
It's got private rooms.
Oh, we're not queuing for Jerez's caress. Not yet, anyway. Head on in.
I'd probably break it. You two have rocks for brains. What were you thinking?
Yeah. You haven't even got it.
People are just walking into Jerez's caress like it was any old business. No disrespect to you, of course, if you're a patron.
I presume you've found something interesting to discuss, if you're interrupting me again? A Baal plot? You as well? Devella's been harping on about Baal for months. Fancies herself something of an expert. I assumed it was just a bunch of conspiracy codswallop and fear-mongering. But she's been unusually insistent about this one, even for her. Fine. I'll bite. What's your theory? No need to wave documents at me. I'm already drowning in paperwork as it is. Constable Devella is going to be a real pain in the trunk about this. Since you seem to be on an obnoxiously similar wavelength, why don't you seek her out? She'll be at the Elf Song Tavern. Show her the list, and I'll stay and inform the Fist here. Oh, and you'll need this pass. It'll give you access to the lower city. Well? What are you waiting for? You've a bloody conspiracy to solve. Move!
I'm especially